Hello, Toronto. I'm Alexia Kapralos, and you're listening to The Puggin on CJRU The Scope at Ryerson. So put on your headphones and plug them in to explore what's new in Canadian and international rock. Today is Thursday, April 24th. I'm coming at you today live from CJRU The Scope studio, and I might say it's a lovely night out. Today on the show, the world's lost another musical legend, Prince. A controversial band finally changes their name, and a certain female-fronted band notorious for their music made in the 90s is releasing new music. We also bring you an exclusive interview with Kevin Mental and Care Failure of Die Mannequin. All that, your local show listings, and some great music is coming up. What's new in the world of rock, metal, and alternative music? It's that time of week again. It's time to have your weekly dose of music news. The world has lost yet another music icon this year. Many of you might have heard earlier today that Prince has died at 57 years old. I know, I'm still in shock, and I'm sure most people, fan or not, are too. His body was discovered in an elevator this morning at his Paisley Park, Minnesota estate. His cause of death is still unknown. The story is still developing. But last week, it's been reported that Prince was experiencing flu-like symptoms, causing his plane to make an emergency landing in Moline, Illinois. It's not confirmed yet if this incident is connected with his death, though. The superstar was in Toronto not too long ago, too. This past March, actually. Rest easy, Prince. Canadian alternative rock band Viet Cong is finally changing their name. Last September, the band made an announcement that they'd be changing their offensive name after people pointed out how insensitive it is, considering many people died during the Viet Cong's reign while the Vietnam War was happening. In a new statement, the band says their name will be Preoccupations. With a new name, they also announced that they'd be releasing new music material soon. Preoccupations will be coming to Toronto at the Danforth Music Hall on October 8th. Tickets go up for sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Singer Juliet Sims and Black Veil Bride's frontman Andy Biersack have finally tied the knot. The happy couple had an intimate ceremony last weekend, surrounded by friends and family. How nice. They shared the news this week with wedding photos on their Instagram pages and other social media. Both of them look super spiffy from what I've seen in these photos. I'm very happy for them, for sure. Andy will be releasing a solo project as Andy Black, The Shadow Side, on May 6th, so that's coming up for him as well. The Maine has announced another cover album, which will feature a Justin Bieber cover. Pretty awesome! The band previously released an older album of covers, featuring Backstreet Boys, with their song As Long As You Love Me. The new album will be called Covers Side B, which is a follow-up to Covers Side A from 2015. The first single will be Bieber's Love Yourself. And of course, singer John O'Callaghan had to put his 2 cents into it. He says, quote-unquote, to Bieb or not to Bieb, that is the question. Well, it looks like the Maine chose to Bieb. Look for Covers Side B on June 24th. Their name might be garbage, but this band's new single certainly isn't. The 90s band, Garbage, just released a new single called Empty. This song will be the first single off their upcoming album, Strange Little Birds, which is the band's first album in 4 years, so 2012 was their last release. The new album will have 11 tracks, and guess what? The track list has already been released online. According to a press release, Strange Little Birds is quote-unquote the least fussed over album that they've made. June 10 can't come fast enough. So in spirit of Garbage's upcoming album, here's their new single, Empty. It's a really catchy tune, for sure. That'll be followed by No Weakness by The Dirty Nil off their album, Higher Power, which is currently charting here at The Scope. Enjoy these next few tracks.
I'll never be as great as I want to be.
Hey, we're back from listening to some new music by Garbage and music from the Dirty Nell. What'd you think? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let us know by tweeting us at the plugin1. That's at the plugin with the numeral 1. We love hearing from all of you. I'm Alexia Capralis, and this is the plugin on CJRU, the Scope at Ryerson. Last week, I had the pleasure of chatting with Care Failure and Kevy Mental from Canada's very own Die Mannequin. Our interview was over the phone because, well, they're currently living across Canada in BC, living that West Coast life. Hold on, we are having some technical difficulties, so in the meantime, you could jam out to an old school tune by Die Mannequin because, let's be real, their old music is pretty awesome, just like their new music. So here it goes. Well, thanks to Die Mannequin and their song Near the End for taking us through that technical difficulty. On April 13th, I had the chance to interview Die Mannequin's Care Failure and Kevy Mental over the phone all the way from Vancouver. It's been 2 years since Die Mannequin has released their last album, Neon Zero, and they've certainly grown since then. These Canadian rockers took a pause from their busy day to give us an exclusive talk all about their upcoming ventures, with laughs included. Here is what they had to say.
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
So it's been 2 years since your last album, Neon Zero, has been released. Are you guys planning on creating some more music for Die Mannequin?
Hell to the yes. We are working together right now, Kevy and I, writing and producing the next record.
Is this your first album that you've worked on with Kevy in the band?
Neon Zero came out before I joined. I joined for the Marilyn Manson tour on, and so I guess that was like 6 months into Neon Zero being released or something like that. Mm-hmm. So this is my first collaboration with Care for Die Mannequin, but she did sing on my other band's last album.
Yeah, we did that Steak Shark. Kevy's band is Steak Shark that he fronts as well. And we did a song together on Wire.
Yeah, the song's called Gimme Those Teeth.
Regarding being part of that other band, how did your inspirations from that band carry over to working with Die Mannequin?
It's easy for me because before I played in Die Mannequin, I was already like a fan. So for me, it's real easy because I knew the songs already, most of them. And it's cool to front my own band where I sing and I don't play an instrument. And then in Die Mannequin, it's cool to just actually play an instrument. It's a lot more punk rock than my other band. So it's a different kind of thing and a different way to sort of like express my tastes and stuff like that.
And in terms of recording the new album, that you guys definitely said you were going to make some new music soon. How do you feel your experience with Die Mannequin will be different than recording with Fake Shark?
It's in Fake Shark, I basically sort of write the song as I go with not a lot of collaboration until kind of the end of the song, where my guitar player will come in and put down some stuff, or my bass player will come in, sing some parts. But with Die Mannequin, it's sort of like a collaboration from the get-go on it. So it's just kind of like a different sort of strategy.
Moving forward with creating the new music for Die Mannequin, ever since Neon Zero came out, I noticed you guys have introduced the new sound for the fans to hear. Next album, would you guys go back to more of the older roots, or would you continue evolving your sound?
I think it's like a little column A, a little column B. I mean, you got to think about it. I've been playing these songs that I wrote when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. So I've been touring Die Mannequin, playing these songs I wrote when I was a teenager, kind of living in this like teenage hell that I created for myself. It's really important to me to be able to grow, obviously, and do something different. That said, like, my roots are what they are because that's what I like to do, so there'll always be dancey kind of punk rock songs that have a little bit of disco drum feels that you can dance to, but are also thrashy and guitar-driven. So there's always going to be that, but in a way, you know, you got to be able to grow. So it's so frustrating for me to not be able to do that. So the last record was really helpful, being able to break down those sonic barriers, so to speak.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I remember a few years ago, you guys in Hardcore Logo too. Have you ever considered doing another feature film?
I mean, someone brought that up the other day. Of course, like, those opportunities are so crazy. Like, what band ever get to do that? So rare, like, besides, like, Spice World. Which to find on DVD. If anyone finds a Spice World DVD
Spice World
in the Vancouver area.
Slightly below Hardcore Logo 2, the greatest biopic ever.
We would love to get our hands on that.
That is a great movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
For the new album, what can you guys tell us about what you have planned for that so far?
So far, and donuts.
Yeah.
I've planned
Sprinkles.
Glaze.
Bavarian.
Boston cream filling.
Yeah.
We're talking about donuts, right?
Oh, the album? Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, we got carried away. We're hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. We've been writing for like quite a while, kind of under the radar. And I don't know, there's so many places that we want to go. We kind of can do anything that we want, so it's kind of daunting in a weird way because it's like, well, what are these? You know, like how Kevy was saying, he likes to play in both bands because in his one band he gets to live out certain things, and then in Die Mannequin is a little more punk rock, so he kind of gets to fulfill all of his musical lovings. So it's kind of the same for us. It's more so just trying to pick an avenue that makes me happy as well as everyone else, which is a hard decision to make.
We're definitely all looking forward to that for sure.
Cool.
Awesome.
You know, in terms of touring, do you guys have any shows coming up?
Die Mannequin, we're in the studio right now, so we're trying to figure out some summer touring. But Kevy and Fake Shark, you guys are touring really shortly.
Yeah, we just sort of got tentative dates for May through all of Canada. So if you're in a city and you're in Canada, we'll probably be there in May. Yeah.
I wonder if fans know the exact tour dates.
Basically, the way it works is like the booking agency suggests dates, and then we say if that's okay or not, and then they confirm them. So we basically said that we like the dates, and we're just waiting for them to be like, they're confirmed.
Is it between May?
It's middle of May till the beginning of June.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and my band Fake Shark has a new single out. I think it's coming out May 6th, I think is what they said, and it's called Something Special.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I just directed the video, the first thing I've ever directed, so that's coming out at the same time.
I don't want to spoil anything, but it's so amazing. It's
the most
ridiculous.
insane thing I've ever done.
Which is to say something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of gross and kind of awesome. Yeah, You'll see.
That sounds absolutely incredible. What was that like directing for you for the first time?
I was worried that I wouldn't do a good job, so I completely over-prepared. And the video is based on American Idol, just the bad auditions, because who watches American Idol for, like, the good auditions? I don't care about that. I don't care about who wins. I just want to see the best raisin cakes who are auditioning. So it's based on that. So I created all these characters, and the shoot went long, and I didn't even get to do all of them. But it was really fun, and it was cool, and, like, the crew were so pro that they made it kind of easy for me.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I'm sure all the listeners out there will be too, because that sounds like it's going to be a great time to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like Kevy only wants to make videos where he can be in drag or something.
Yeah, I know. It seems to work that way.
It works out pretty well for him.
It's a total coincidence. I actually hate it.
Being a 180, from what I hear, you guys are also a couple. How do you feel that?
You just raised our eyebrows wildly at each other.
How does your relationship together affect the way you make music?
It's a lot of domestic abuse. Care beats the hell out of me. No, it's actually it's kind of nice because we record it at home, so we kind of just do it when we can or when we have an idea. So it's not like a high pressure situation. It's just whenever there's inspiration.
It's quite lovely. I think it's great for me because I'm pretty lucky, I guess, that Kevy's so good at what he does on the engineering and the production side because that makes it hella easy for me. So it puts me in a situation that's just like easy and lovely. I mean, really.
It sounds like you guys really feed off of each other when it comes to making music, for sure.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah. Right now, Kara looks like a cat licking themselves, and so I think that proves your point. Yeah, like, I love basketball, so basically we just throw each other alley-oops in the studio all day long, and she's like Michael Jordan, and I'm like Dennis Rodman. So if she does miss, I'll get the rebound, and I'll pass it right back.
That's a really good metaphor. Is there anything else that you guys would like to say to the fans out there?
Our fans are so lovely and really have been patient when I took a couple years there between records for Neon Zero. So I just really appreciate everyone being around and being so lovely and then, like I said, patient. And, we just did a lot of touring late last year through Canada, so it's hard to have your agency and all the venues want you to jump back in to tour right away this year, so that's why we've been waiting till the summer. But we'll be coming back in black, so just keep checking our website and stuff.
Oh, that sounds great. Thanks so much for your time again. This was a lot of fun.
Hey, good. So glad. Thanks for giving us a ring.
There you have it, folks. That's what's coming up for Die Mannequin. So now we've got Sucker Punch off their 2014 album, Neon Zero. Here it goes.
Shut your mouth.
Welcome back from the break. That was just your dose of Die Mannequin with Sucker Punch. Before the break, we also featured an exclusive interview with Karen Kevy from the band. I'm Alexia Capralos, and you're currently tuned into the plug-in on CJRU, The Scope at Ryerson. Since we've been hit with the devastating news that Prince has died earlier today, I think we should definitely celebrate the musician's life and incredible musical achievements. So now I'd like to talk about some of Prince's amazing career highlights for this segment of the show. He may have only been 57 when he passed, but what he's accomplished in his career is more than what many people have done in all their lives. It's pretty incredible. So, Prince began his career in the 1970s, and he's remained relevant ever since. On his 1978 debut album, For You, he didn't just sing, he also played 27 instruments. Wow. If that's not incredible, I don't know what is. In 1983, Prince wooed the rock audience with his single Little Red Corvette, which is off his fifth album, 1999. Once booed by these folks while opening for the Rolling Stones when he wasn't quite as famous, he now gained their praises. That song made it to number 6 on the pop charts. Then, in 1984, Prince went on to star in an iconic rock musical drama film called Purple Rain. But it doesn't stop there. He also wrote all of the music and performed it for the film. It's all from his album of the same name as well. The song When Doves Cry was the top single of the year too. He even won an Oscar for Best Original Song Score for Purple Rain. Speaking of awards, he's also won an impressive arsenal of other awards, 7 Grammys and 4 MTV Video Music Awards. His nomination list is even longer, with 32 Grammy nominations and 12 MTV Video Music Award noms. With talent like that, these were well-deserved. More recently, Prince made us laugh when he kicked Kim Kardashian off his stage in 2011. During a performance at Madison Square Gardens, he invited the reality TV star onto the stage. But I guess she didn't know what to do when she was there or how to react because she stood there stunned and motionless, and then he gave her the boot. She did redeem herself, though, because she came back later in the show and she was dancing to his music while he was playing the piano. With 39 studio albums, 4 live albums, 13 EPs, and nearly 105 singles, Prince's legacy will definitely live on through his music forever. Man, I remember sitting down with my aunt when I was a kid saying, I really like that song Raspberry Parade by Prince. She giggled and corrected me because, well, the song clearly isn't called that. It's called Raspberry Beret. I'm not sure why that memory stuck with me, but it did for some reason. But that song will always be awesome and definitely one of my favorites by the artist. Do you guys have any stories out there or thoughts to share about Prince and his music? Let us know on Twitter and tweet us at @theplugin1. Let your voice be heard. So next up, we've got my favorite Prince song, Raspberry Beret. Not parade, beret. And it's by a band called Dump as a cover. It's quite the lovely rendition. Here it is. Hope you all like it.
I put her
That was just Raspberry Beret by Dump, a cover of the Prince classic. You're listening to The Plug-In on CJRU, The Scope at Ryerson, hosted by me, Alexia Capralos. What's your favorite Prince song? Think about it, listen to it, dance to it. Well, do you want to know what local shows you should check out this week? Whether it's rain or shine, have no fear because your local show forecast is here. Tonight at the Bovine Sex Club are the Corbins, Hiroshima Hearts, and Plaid on Flannel. These bands are from Toronto and London, Ontario. Doors for this event are at 9 p.m. Tickets will be sold at the door for the low price of $5. It is a 19-plus show, though, so remember to bring that ID with you or you won't get in. Tomorrow, on Friday, April 22nd, Fires, Andy Wales, Ginger Ale and the Mono, and Gold Complex play Queen West's famous Horseshoe Tavern. Doors for the show open at 9 p.m. Tickets are $10, but there's no guarantee that there'll be any for the door for this one. Like the last show mentioned, this one is also 19 plus, so no kiddies allowed. On Tuesday, April 26th, Winnipeg band Black Cloud is taking their 2016 tour to the Smiling Buddha. Opening up will be Ed Munstay, Gusty Winds, and Hush Pup. Doors open at 10 p.m. Cover will be taken at the door for an unspecified price. It's likely the show will be all ages, though. This is the show for you if you enjoy alternative rock and alt pop. On Saturday, April 23rd, catch Running Violet's record release show at the Horseshoe. They'll be playing with the Countless Numbers, Subject to Change, and The Implications. Doors open at 9 p.m. Tickets are $8 at the door. And this event is also 19 plus, so sorry youngsters. On Friday, April 30th, at the Bovine Sex Club, Mini Pooza Toronto will be taking place, a smaller version of Pooza Fest Music Festival. Ariane Zita, Jen Umbe, Drew Thompson, Single Mothers, Chuck Coles, Letterbomb, Rules, Audio Visceral, Wasted Potential, Powering Up, and Career Suicide are all on the bill for this event. Doors open at 6 p.m. Tickets could be purchased at the door for $15 or $12 before 9 p.m. Or you could also get them in advance at Rotate This Vinyl or Faith Void Music Store. And that wraps up your local show listings for the week. Remember to support your local music scene. I promise you it's a fun time. You get to discover new music, make new friends, and support budding musicians at the same time. Just don't drink and drive at these shows or ever because alcohol, as tasty as it is dangerous, will be available. And that brings us to our next break with some music. Coming up is To Move On by the now disbanded East Coast band, This Ship. That'll be followed by Where It's All Going by Young Rival.
Place where you found You found the strength to move on. It's the place where you found the strength to move on. It's the place where you found the strength to
Cross some lines a couple of times, well, come on. Sick and tired of losing my mind, yeah. Roll on. Oh, wow. Did a line a couple of times, I find no place to go. Well, cross some lines a couple of times, well, come on. Sick and tired of losing my mind, yeah. Roll on. Oh, did a line a couple of times, I find no place to go. Well, where have you gone? Well, call me a cab. Call me a cab. I'm willing to change, I know that. Call me a cab. Feels just like I'm walking under the
How was that for a double hitter? That was just To Move On by This Ship, along with Where It's All Going by Roy Young Rival. I'm Alexia Capralos, getting you through your Thursday night here with the plug-in on CJRU The Scope. Hope you're all having a great night so far. You know how there's that rejection hotline number that you could call, and when you do, there's an automated recording letting said dude or lady know that they've been rejected? Well, I guess what I'm about to say is kind of a similar concept. Kind of? Okay, so you're probably wondering, what is Alexia talking about right now? What if I told you that there is, or was, a number that you could call to hear a robot beatboxing to Freak on a Leash by Korn? It's real. It exists. Well, it existed. It's what it was is a lovely automated message that you get when you call a number 1-855-523-9386, which was toll free, by the way. So to the listeners out there that aren't familiar with what I mean, there's a song from a 90s new metal band called Korn. Called Korn, yes, Freak on a Leash. And this band, specifically lead vocalist Jonathan Davis, is known for crazy, often incomprehensible beatboxing vocal style. So this is why hearing a robot doing it would be hilarious. Honestly, robots in general are just pretty hilarious, so hearing it beatbox would be pretty cool. So up until right before the show, I know that this number used to work because I've called it before and heard the hilarious robot beatboxing. However, right before the show, I double-checked the number and it's actually not in service anymore, but I did find a recording of it. The creator of this, his name is Joe Vikes. He's a humor writer for Death and Taxes. He writes for Gawker and The New Yorker, and he's responsible for this technological gift. Apparently what had happened was it was too expensive for him to maintain, but he put an audio recording of Freak on a Leash by said robot online, and it's hilarious. You guys have to take a listen to this. I guarantee you will laugh your socks off, if that's possible even. Just listen. Just listen to this. Come on.
Da boom nak da nu wem nanamina, da boom nak da nu wem nanamina, da boom nak da nu wem nanamina, da boom nak da nu wem nanamina.
I don't know, it's really funny. I just really wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was something funny. And I'm actually surprised that it's pulled off because it did work at one point. I remember a year ago when it first launched, I called it, and it's pretty great. But yeah, so to get your metal fix musically now for tonight, coming up, we have In This Moment with their song Sick Like Me. Coming up is another strong female vocalist. Here it goes. Hello, everyone. You just heard Sick Like Me by In This Moment. I'm Alexia Capralos, and this is The Plug-In here on CJRU, The Scope at Ryerson. Well, that wraps up another episode of the show. Episode 44. Oh my gosh, where has time gone? That is flying by. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to follow us on Twitter at @ThePluginOne and to like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/ThePluginOne. We've also got an archive set up on Spreaker at www.spreaker.com/user/ThePluginOne, so you can enjoy episodes of the show whenever you want. I'm Alexia Capralos, signing off for The Plug-In on the Scope. Have a great night.